My beloved child, today is not an ordinary day. Heaven itself has pressed pause, and the throne room is vibrating with your name. Archangel Michael has been circling the earth with a message sealed in divine fire, and now he is standing before you with a command: I order you to open this now. Not tomorrow, not later, but now, because what has been whispered in secret places is about to be exposed in the open. You cannot look away. Your heart already feels it, the stirring, the restless pull, the invisible hand tugging at your spirit saying, stay. Listen. Don't skip this. Because this is not just a message. This is a revelation that will change everything. You have wondered why lately you feel a strange weight in the air around you, why certain faces that once felt safe now carry a shadow you cannot explain. You have dismissed it as imagination, but heaven says it is not imagination, it is discernment. The identity of someone around you, someone whose intentions are not pure, has finally been unmasked. Michael declares, enough of the games. Enough of the hidden motives. Today the truth walks in clothed in light. My child, I tell you, your eyes are about to be opened so wide that you will never see life the same way again. Pause here. Breathe. Do not rush. The very fact that you are still watching means your spirit has already recognized this word. If you had scrolled, you would have missed the very detail meant to protect and elevate you. But you stayed. That is proof. Proof that your destiny has a shield hovering over it right now. Proof that Archangel Michael has locked eyes with your spirit and will not let go until you hear every word. So stay locked in. From this moment until the very last sentence, don't move. Because the name that heaven is about to reveal is not just a name, it is a story, a betrayal, a mask being ripped off before your very eyes. Listen carefully. You have been targeted not because you are weak, but because you are chosen. Darkness never wastes its energy on empty vessels, it always goes after the ones carrying gold, the ones whose future is filled with light. That is you. This person thought they were invisible, hiding behind smiles, behind gestures of false love, behind words dressed in kindness but poisoned with intent. But today, the 31st of August, the veil is being torn down. Archangel Michael is speaking urgently because the season of silence has ended. What has been carried in whispers will now thunder in front of you. The identity of this person is out, he says. Their name is about to echo in your spirit, and when you hear it, you will understand why you felt uneasy for so long. Child, do you notice how your heart is beating differently right now? It is not fear, it is recognition. Your spirit already knows this message is real. It is responding, aligning with heaven's voice. Because heaven doesn't waste time, heaven speaks when something must shift immediately. This is that moment. The moment your eyes will see clearly, the moment your ears will hear without distortion, the moment your heart will no longer be fooled. And as Michael stands over your life, sword raised, he is saying, this stops here. The attack that was aimed at you is about to backfire. The shadow that walked into your space uninvited is about to be expelled. The mask that was stitched so tightly is about to tear apart before everyone's eyes. Stay with me. Don't blink. Don't scroll. Because before the end of this message, you will know exactly why you had to watch this today. Not yesterday. Not tomorrow. But this exact day, 31st of August. Because heaven has its calendar, and today your name was circled in red ink. That's why you are here. That's why you couldn't ignore this. That's why your heart told you, open it now. Because if you had delayed, you would have missed the exact second when the curtain is pulled back. This is not coincidence. This is divine appointment. My beloved child, you are still here, and that already tells me everything. It tells me that your heart is listening, that your soul has recognized the weight of this moment, and that you have been chosen to receive what others would have ignored. Today, on the 31st of August, Archangel Michael has stopped the noise of the world to focus entirely on you. He leans closer, whispering with a voice that shakes the foundations of every false wall around you, do not move. Do not look away. Stay until the very end, because what is being revealed is meant only for you. From the very beginning of your life, you have been surrounded by faces, some filled with love, others cloaked in hidden agendas. And though you have felt the subtle shifts in the atmosphere, though you have sensed when energy turned cold, you often silenced your instincts in order to keep the peace. But heaven says peace bought by silence is not peace at all. The truth was always knocking, waiting to be heard. And now Michael has arrived, sword in hand, declaring, no more silence. No more pretending. The truth must be revealed. Child, imagine a room where every shadow hides a secret, and you are standing in the center with a single candle. That candle is your spirit, pure, steady, unafraid. As you hold it high, shadows scatter, and in the farthest corner you finally see movement. A face emerges, a face you know well, but behind that face lies a plan you were never supposed to uncover. This is the moment Michael is pointing to. This is why he ordered you not to skip, not to scroll, not to turn away. Because your light has reached the very edge of the room, and the one hiding in the corner can no longer stay in darkness. Listen carefully. The person whose name heaven is about to place in your spirit is not random. They are connected to you in ways that once felt safe. They smiled when you succeeded, but deep within, their heart carried a weight of jealousy too heavy to ignore. They listened when you shared your dreams, but instead of celebrating, they secretly planned how to block your path. They walked close, not because of love, but because of access. And now, Michael says, their time is finished. The identity that was hidden is out. Heaven's light is too strong, and the mask cannot survive another day. Child, I want you to notice something. Even now, as these words reach you, your heart is trying to pull out a memory. A face. A voice. A sudden heaviness. That is not your imagination, it is your discernment awakening. Michael is gently guiding you, showing you that you have always known. The signs were there, the strange shifts in their tone, the way your spirit felt uneasy in their presence, the repeated pattern of small betrayals disguised as mistakes. Heaven saw what you overlooked. And today heaven refuses to let you remain blind. Pause and breathe. Stay right here. Because the revelation is not just about them, it is about you. About the greatness they saw in you. About the future they feared you would reach. They thought if they stayed close enough, they could control the outcome. But the truth is, no hand raised against you can stop the destiny written for you. You are not here by accident. You are not still watching by chance. You are here because Archangel Michael is making sure you hear every word. You are here because the hour of truth has arrived. And child, I tell you this, the reason this revelation is happening today, the 31st of August, is because this is the final day their shadow could stretch across your life. After today, their grip breaks. After today, their influence dissolves. After today, their whispers are silenced. You are stepping into September without their shadow, without their chains, without their control. This is your divine reset. This is your unveiling. And Michael stands guard over the doorway of your next chapter to make sure you cross through without interference. Now hear me. I know you are waiting for the name. You are leaning closer, wondering, who is it? Who carries this double face? Who wears the mask that heaven is tearing away? Stay. Do not rush. Michael does not reveal truth like gossip. He reveals it with precision, with timing, with authority. He makes sure you are ready, that your heart is steady, that your spirit can handle the weight. Because once you know, you cannot unknow. Once you see, you cannot unsee. Once the mask is off, you can never put it back on. That is why he insists, stay until the end. Look at your life. Trace back the last few weeks, the last few months. Who appeared more often than usual? Who asked too many questions but gave too few answers? Who smiled in front of you but sighed when you turned away? The Spirit is already pointing. Michael is already lifting the veil. Pay attention to that subtle nudge. Pay attention to the person your thoughts just landed on while hearing this. That is not coincidence. That is revelation. And child, let me say this with clarity, do not carry bitterness. The reason heaven is exposing them is not to make you hate, but to set you free. Hate keeps you bound, but truth makes you free. The moment their name rises in your spirit, release them into God's hands. Do not argue, do not fight, do not waste your tears. Simply stand tall, knowing you have been protected all along. What they meant for harm has been intercepted by heaven's hand. What they planned in secret has been overturned by Michael's sword. You are safe. You are guarded. You are chosen. So stay right here. Don't let your eyes wander. Don't think of skipping. Because the moment you disconnect is the moment you miss the final piece. And today's word is not half a message, it is the full truth. Michael says, do not break focus. Stay until the end. Because the name will not just be revealed, it will be confirmed. When it comes, you will know without doubt, without confusion, without hesitation. Heaven never reveals without confirming. And that confirmation will be the sign that you are stepping into freedom. Child, you are stronger than you think. Your spirit is sharper than you realize. And your future is brighter than they ever imagined. That is why they tried. That is why they stayed close. That is why they hid in plain sight. But none of their attempts will succeed, because the King of Heaven has declared you untouchable. Archangel Michael is only delivering the memo that was signed in heaven's courtroom long before this day: my child is mine. And no hidden enemy can prevail. Stay here. Stay till the end. Because what's about to be revealed is the exact thing you need to walk boldly into September. Heaven does not want you guessing anymore. Heaven wants you free, clear, steady, and strong. And Michael, the great defender, will not leave until the final word is spoken. My beloved child, if you are still here, then I know this word has been stitched to your spirit by heaven itself. Archangel Michael is standing closer than ever, and his voice is echoing with an urgency that will not let you turn away. He says again, stay. Stay until the end. Do not move until the last word has been spoken. Because the unfolding of this message is like the peeling of layers, each one taking you deeper, each one carrying you closer to the name that heaven is exposing, each one unlocking a clarity you never had before. You must understand, child, that when heaven reveals, it is never rushed. Revelation is like light at dawn. It does not explode all at once, but it slowly stretches across the horizon until the entire sky is transformed. That is what is happening right now. With every sentence, with every breath, more light is entering your world. The shadows are shrinking, the masks are dissolving, the lies are losing their power. And soon, the identity of the one who moved against you will stand in plain view, undeniable and clear. Listen. All your life, people have admired your heart, your compassion, your ability to give without holding back. And yet, those same qualities made you vulnerable to masks. You loved so purely that you could not always see the deception hiding behind smiles. But Archangel Michael says, that season ends here. Today the veil lifts, and your eyes will never be fooled again. You felt it, haven't you? That strange energy when you entered certain rooms. The heaviness when a certain person called your name. The way conversations left you drained instead of uplifted. Heaven was already signaling you. Heaven was already whispering that something was off. And today, those whispers are no longer whispers, they are thunder. Michael's sword has struck the ground, and the sound reverberates through every false connection in your life. Child, notice what's happening in your spirit right now. You feel alert, as if your soul is leaning forward, waiting, anticipating. That is because heaven is downloading clarity into your heart. You are not here by accident. You are here because the truth demanded your attention today, on this exact date. The 31st of August will not just be another day on the calendar, it will be remembered as the day you finally saw. The day the hidden was exposed. The day the mask was torn away. Stay close now. Do not rush. Do not scroll. Do not let distraction rob you. Because the identity being revealed is not just about a person, it is about the lesson tied to that person. Heaven is not only showing you who they are, heaven is showing you why they were allowed near you, and what strength you are walking away with. Every pain, every betrayal, every whispered word against you is now becoming fuel for your elevation. What was meant to harm you has been converted into power. What was designed to wound you has been transformed into wisdom. And Michael says, this is your shift. You are stepping out of the season of confusion into a season of crystal clarity. Where you once questioned yourself, you will now walk in assurance. Where you once doubted your instincts, you will now trust your discernment. Where you once tolerated shadows, you will now demand light. This is your turning point. That is why the message will not let you go. That is why the voice of heaven is chasing you even through this screen. Because heaven knows that once you see, you can never be bound again. Child, there is a reason the enemy fought so hard to keep you distracted, scrolling past, skipping the message. Because clarity is dangerous to darkness. The moment you see, the moment you know, the moment the mask falls, you become unstoppable. And right now, in this sacred moment, Michael is handing you that unstoppable clarity. You feel it, don't you? The fire in your chest, the certainty in your heart, the knowing that you are hearing truth. That is the confirmation. That is the signature of heaven on this word. Now, let's walk into the revelation. Slowly. Intentionally. With your spirit wide open. Picture this: you are standing at the edge of a mirror, and as the fog clears, a face emerges. You know this face. You have seen this smile. You have trusted this voice. And yet, behind that familiar image lies a truth you did not want to believe. The mirror clears further, and the expression changes, not love, not loyalty, but envy. Not support, but sabotage. This is the moment. This is the unveiling. This is the reason Michael said, "Stay. Do not be afraid of what you see." For heaven would never reveal what it has not already conquered. The name that rises in your spirit is not being revealed to break you, but to free you. To unchain your future. To remove every weight you did not even know you were carrying. And when you hear it, when the confirmation hits, you will not collapse in fear. You will rise in power. Because truth does not destroy the chosen, truth empowers the chosen. Stay right here. Don't move. Don't blink. The Spirit is already moving through your thoughts, bringing the face, the name, the memory into focus. You may even feel a chill in your body as the recognition hits. That is not fear, that is release. Heaven is uncloaking the one who tried to walk in disguise. And once the disguise falls, it can never be worn again. Child, I must tell you this: the moment you accept this revelation, the atmosphere around your life will change. Conversations will shift. Paths will realign. Doors that were blocked will suddenly open. Because you will no longer be bound to the shadow of someone else's hidden intent. You will walk freely, unburdened, light as air, knowing that God Himself and Michael His warrior are guarding your every step. And hear me well, this unveiling is not the end, it is the beginning. The exposure of this identity is simply the clearing of the stage. Because the next act of your life is about to unfold, and heaven refuses to let the wrong players remain in your circle. The curtain is rising, and only those aligned with your destiny can stand beside you now. The one whose mask is torn away will no longer occupy your space. They will no longer drink from your energy. They will no longer ride the waves of your blessing. Their season is over. So, child, remain until the final word. Because heaven's timing is perfect, and heaven's confirmation is undeniable. When the name lands in your heart, you will know it. You will feel the weight lift. You will feel the release in your chest. You will feel the peace of God wash over you. And you will smile, not in anger, but in freedom. For you will realize that the one who tried to stand against you was only proof of how powerful your destiny really is. Michael says, stay strong. Stay present. Stay until the end. Because this message is not just about exposure, it is about empowerment. And by the time the last word is spoken, you will not only know who was against you, you will know with absolute certainty who is for you. And child, when you know that God is for you, nothing else matters. God says, "My beloved child, you are still here, and that already tells me your spirit has locked onto this word like roots hold onto soil." Archangel Michael is not letting you go, because heaven refuses to close this chapter until you have seen everything. You have stayed through the whispers, through the unveiling, through the slow rising of light, and now you are standing on the edge of the greatest revelation. Michael is saying again, stay. Do not scroll. Do not blink. Stay until the final breath of this message, because the moment you disconnect, you will miss the very confirmation you have been waiting for. Child, there is a rhythm in heaven, and today you are walking in step with it. Look at the signs. You could have skipped, but you didn't. You could have turned away, but you stayed. That is because your name has been circling in the mouth of angels. The throne of God has already decided this is your moment, and Archangel Michael has been sent as the messenger who makes sure nothing distracts you until the truth is fully in your hands. You've heard it in your heart already, whispers of a face, a voice, a presence that always made your spirit restless. But Michael says, no more whispers. Today the mask is not just cracked, it is shattered. The identity of this person who moved against you is no longer hidden in corners. The light has spread, and the shadows have no place to retreat. And as you sit here, watching, listening, you feel it. That pull in your chest, that confirmation in your spirit. You already know heaven is showing you what you could not see before. Do not fear, child. The unveiling is not sent to shake your peace, but to establish it. You will not crumble, you will rise. You will not fall into despair, you will step into freedom. Because truth has never destroyed the chosen, truth has always been the beginning of their elevation. And this revelation is your beginning. Stay. Stay until the last syllable. Because in this part of the message, Michael is not only exposing, he is also lifting you higher. He is preparing you for what comes after the exposure. Because when one chapter closes, another must open. And heaven is saying, you are stepping into September lighter, freer, stronger, wiser. That is why the revelation had to come today, the 31st of August, before you cross into a new month, a new season, a new flow of blessing. Think about this. How many times did you silence your own discernment because you didn't want to believe the truth about someone close? How many times did you explain away the uneasiness you felt, convincing yourself it was nothing? But today, heaven is confirming you were never wrong. The strange heaviness was not imagination, it was signal. The shifting tone was not coincidence, it was exposure waiting to happen. And now that you see it, you will never again second-guess the voice inside you. Michael says, "Lift your head, child. The battle has already been fought for you. The mask has already been torn. The enemy has already been disarmed. All that remains is for you to receive the clarity and walk in freedom. And here is the beautiful truth: you will not even need to confront them with anger. You will not need to fight in your own strength. The unveiling itself is enough. Their name rising in your spirit is already their defeat. Their plans crumble the moment you see them for what they are. Because light does not argue with darkness, it simply shines, and darkness has no choice but to disappear. Child, take note of what you are feeling right now. That peace settling in your chest, that strength rising in your mind, that quiet fire in your spirit, that is the signature of heaven. That is Michael standing guard over your next step. That is confirmation that the identity being revealed is not meant to scare you, but to empower you. You are walking into clarity so sharp, so undeniable, that no mask will ever survive around you again. And so Michael says, here is the moment. Here is the unveiling. Here is the identity exposed. The one who pretended to care, but secretly competed with you. The one who acted as if they celebrated you, but secretly envied you. The one who smiled at your victories, but sighed behind closed doors. That name is echoing in your spirit right now. You feel it. You know it. Heaven is confirming it. And once you receive it, the weight is gone. Stay until the end, child. Do not break focus now. Because exposure is not the final chapter, freedom is. And your freedom is sealed. As you move forward, you will notice things shifting. Peace will replace heaviness. Clarity will replace confusion. Strength will replace hesitation. And the ones who truly love you, the ones assigned by heaven, will stand out even brighter now that the mask has been removed. This is your turning point. The 31st of August will no longer be remembered as just another day. It will be the day the hidden became visible, the day you reclaimed your discernment, the day you walked out lighter than ever before. And Michael stands smiling, sword lowered, because the assignment is complete. The revelation has reached you. The name has been exposed. The chains are broken. Stay with me, child. Stay until the very end. Because as you walk away from this message, you are not walking away empty, you are walking away free, clear, and ready. Heaven has spoken. The identity is out. And your future is safe. My beloved child, the fact that you are still here tells me your spirit is locked in. You could have scrolled away, you could have ignored, but something in you refused to move. That something is heaven's pull. It is Archangel Michael himself, standing tall beside you, insisting, do not leave until the last word has entered your soul. Because part 5 is not just continuation, it is culmination. This is where heaven ties everything together, this is where the veil falls completely, and this is where you walk out of the shadows with eyes sharper than fire. You have carried questions for so long. Questions about why certain people drained your energy. Questions about why doors closed without reason. Questions about why your heart felt uneasy even in the presence of those who claimed to love you. And though you smiled, though you carried on, though you silenced your doubts, heaven kept whispering, "You are not wrong. You were never wrong." Michael now declares, "Your discernment is divine, and today it will be confirmed." Stay right here. Don't move. Don't blink. Because heaven's order is clear, this revelation is for you, and you alone. It is not for the crowd, it is not for the world, it is for your destiny. That is why you feel this weight. That is why your spirit is leaning forward, hanging on every word. That is why the screen feels more than just words, it feels like fire pressing into your heart. Child, listen carefully. You have always been chosen. And the chosen are always opposed. The brighter the light, the stronger the shadow that tries to follow it. But remember this, shadows cannot survive without light. The only reason this person even targeted you was because your destiny shines too brightly. They did not hate you, they feared what you would become. They did not despise you, they envied what was written over you. And so they smiled with one face but plotted with another. They shook your hand, but their heart was clenched against you. Yet Michael says, no hand lifted in secrecy can stop the hand of God over your life. Stay till the end, child. Because what is about to be revealed is not only their name, but your freedom. This message is not about carrying bitterness, it is about breaking free from every invisible weight. Imagine walking through a forest with ropes tied around your ankles, dragging branches you did not even see. Every step feels harder than it should, every path feels slower than you expected. But then a sword comes down, one strike, and every rope snaps. Suddenly, you realize you were never weak, you were bound. And now you are free. That is what is happening here. Michael's sword has snapped the ropes. The branches of false friendship, hidden envy, secret plots, they are falling away. Pause for a moment. Feel the lightness in your spirit as you read this. That is not just emotion, that is deliverance. That is heaven removing burdens you did not even know were sitting on your shoulders. That is why you must stay until the end. Because the full freedom comes not at the beginning, but at the final word. Child, let me take you deeper. This exposure is not punishment, it is protection. God does not reveal to embarrass, He reveals to preserve. He reveals because He loves you too much to let you walk another day blind. That is why today, the 31st of August, was chosen. Because you are about to step into September, and God will not allow you to carry their shadow into your new month. Their access is revoked, their influence is severed, their chapter in your story is closed. Stay with me. Stay focused. Because right now, the Spirit is bringing their face to your mind. You see flashes, a smile, a voice, a memory that suddenly feels different in the light of truth. That uneasiness you feel in your chest is confirmation. That tightening in your spirit is heaven saying, yes, this is the one. And child, once you see it, you cannot unsee it. That is why Michael insists, remain here until the end, for the confirmation is coming. And here is what will follow, once their name is revealed in your heart, peace will wash over you. Not anger, not rage, peace. Because truth does not ignite bitterness in the chosen, truth ignites freedom. You will breathe easier. You will sleep deeper. You will wake up with clarity sharper than you have ever known. And from that moment on, no mask will survive around you again. Child, Michael is not just exposing, he is preparing. Preparing you for the shift that comes after the unveiling. Because when a counterfeit leaves, the authentic arrives. When the wrong door closes, the right one swings wide. When the false friend is removed, the true allies step forward. Heaven never removes without replacing. And the replacement always carries greater blessing, greater loyalty, greater alignment. That is why you must stay. Because the unveiling is not the end of the story, it is the doorway into the next chapter. Think about this. How many times did you lower your worth to keep peace with someone who did not deserve you? How many times did you silence your gift to avoid making someone else uncomfortable? How many times did you carry their weight while they celebrated your exhaustion? But today, heaven says, no more. The one who tried to silence you will no longer have power. The one who tried to drain you will no longer have access. The one who tried to stop you will no longer be able to keep up with you. Because light is faster than shadow, and you are walking in light. So, child, listen. You are stepping into a September of freedom. The air around you will feel different. The weight you carried will no longer be there. Even your own reflection will look brighter, because the chains you did not even see have been broken. This is why Michael has been shouting your name. This is why heaven interrupted your day to speak directly into your spirit. Because freedom was scheduled for today. And you said yes. You stayed. You listened. And now you will receive. Stay till the end. Stay until the final word. Because as Michael lowers his sword, he smiles, and he says, "It is finished." The identity is revealed. The truth is confirmed. The chosen one is free. That chosen one is you.